Hello and welcome to Heidi's Homemade Quilts and More. I'm Heidi, hello, and this is and more. So I asked the question in a couple videos ago if you guys would like to see my collection of diamond painting pens, stuff like that. So I have gathered, I think, almost all of my diamond painting pens and some other stuff, accessories that you guys might be interested in seeing. Some of the stuff I use, some of it I bought intending to use it and didn't like it, haven't really used it, whatever the case is. But yeah, let's see what I've got, and you guys can kind of decide, hey, I'm interested in that or not interested in that. I can give you a little bit of my experience with some of these pieces and the sellers that they came from, and we'll go from there. All right. I don't know how long this video is going to be, so just bear with me. Some of it is storage, some of it is pens, some of it is just accessories and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to try to look at my camera because my camera is just above my laptop. But I also kind of want to see that, like, you guys can see what I'm holding up. So if I'm looking down, that's why. Okay, so let's begin. I've got a little coffee cup here that I made in my travels that I have full of some different types of pens. And then I have a whole bunch of pens. Yeah, I got everything. Okay, a whole bunch of pens here that I'm going to show you guys. I think I got all of my pens. I'm not sure. Sometimes there'll be a random kit somewhere that I forgot I put a pen in. So yeah, all right, let's get started. So some of the basic ones I have. Obviously, I have a ton of kits that have the basic pens in it. Tons of those. I have them all separated into their own individual bags and stored in case I ever decide to do some kind of craft with them or something. Everything I have. I have the boats, I have the pens, I have the squishies, I have tweezers, I have all that stuff separated into their own little, like, Ziploc baggies, so that if I ever decide I want to do something with them, I just have to grab that bag and there you go. So I've got this one. I want to say this mermaid pen came with a pretty neat creative, I think, is where it came from. I don't use it very much because it doesn't feel very good when I use it. But yeah, it's pretty. The lid doesn't stay on it very well. But yeah, so there's that guy. Okay. This is the same kind of thing. I've never actually used this one. Yeah, this one's clean. I've never actually used this one. It's pretty. It's just been kind of chilling in my little coffee cup here. So yeah, there's that. I don't remember where I got this one from. Sorry. I don't remember where I got this one from. I think it was one that came with another thing that I ordered, and I didn't know I was getting it. I don't know. There's that. This one is from Paint Gem, the one with like the little diamond on the end. This one I actually liked, and I used it all the time, and now the tip doesn't, like, it works like a pen, right? So now the tip, because I used it quite a lot actually, it only goes out a little bit, and I don't know how to fix it. I did take it apart to see if I could get it to come out a little bit further. I might play with it again. Now I just kind of keep it because it's pretty. So there's that. Let's see, these guys I ordered from a seller on Etsy, and they are made out of like a polymer clay. Honestly, when I bought them, I thought that they would be a little more finished. I don't like the feel of the ridges, so they pretty much just chill out in my coffee cup with the other ones. I don't use multi-placers, but it's in there, so. So yeah, so there's those. These came along with it. And this one has like a whale or something on the tip. There you go. See that? And this is like I said, it's like a polymer clay. I bought it on Etsy. Yeah. Not my favorite pens, as you could probably tell by the way that I'm talking about it. Not my favorite pens, but they're different, they're unique, and if you're into that sort of thing, you might like them. I think I did an unboxing of those last year sometime. So you might see that stuff. All right, these guys are the ones I use the most. Let me see if I have. I don't know, and I don't even think I have all of them that I have. I think I might be missing a couple. I don't know where I put them. All right. So these guys are all from the same seller. This is from an Etsy shop. This is from, oh my gosh, what is it called? Jim's hand turn pens or something like that. It's on Etsy. If I find it, I will put the link in the description below. But these, I love these because I have really tiny hands, and sometimes the really big pens are just really cumbersome for me. So I like to use the little guys. I also buy little pens too. So like the pocket size pens, I love those things. I use those a lot at work and stuff. So okay, so I got this guy, this one, which I use a lot. All of these, honestly, I use a lot of. Sorry, I'm trying to see what Sirius is doing. This one I like because it has the 3 bumps and not just the 2. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like an iridescent flake in there. It makes it like really sparkly. This guy here, blues and purples. This one, different tones of green and like a teal color. And this guy is blues. And I think I have 1 or 2 more that I'm not sure what I did with them. From moving and like everything, some of them I really don't know what I did with. I believe this one is also from Jim's. This one has wood and the acrylic. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually purple and orange and white. And there's like it's almost like a bowling ball, like that shimmery color. I use this one, and I like it because he double-sided it for me. Because I only use single placers. I don't use multi-placers, so I can actually load up both sides of the pen, and that way I can, if one side starts getting like not sticky, then I can just switch instead of having to stop and get more wax, which is, so it's a couple extra seconds, So yeah, so there's that one. This one I have used quite a lot. I ordered this one on Etsy too. This is actually, I think this is the first specialty one that I ever ordered from Etsy. I don't remember the seller. I know I did an unboxing on this one. It kind of reminds me of like a wood tone, but it's a polymer clay type of thing. And I can tell that I've used it a lot because it's not shiny down here anymore. It's a little bit dull on the end, and then it gets shiny the further up it goes. I've actually used this one quite a lot, and I like it. It's a little thinner than some of the other ones because sometimes they get a little too thick. And like I said, I have tiny hands, so sometimes the thicker the pen, it makes it uncomfortable to use for very long. Oop, there we go. Sorry. So yeah, there's that. Okay, now I have this one here that I got off of Amazon. I don't remember. I think I just ordered it just to order it, just to see, like, it's from Amazon. See what it's about. So this one is like a purplish pink, like a fuchsia color. I like the color. I like that it's thin, and I think that's one of the things that attracted me to look at it. I like that it's thin. It is acrylic. I do not remember how much I paid for it. It did come with several multi-placers, and it came with a like a one of those angled ones. Let me try to get that one out so I can show you. So it has a multi-placer on it. So this one is whatever that one is. Quite a few on that one. And it also came with this like multi-placer, or this angled one. I'm not sure how that one's supposed to work. If you're supposed to put the wax right into that, or if you're supposed to put a tip into it, I'm not really sure. I've never used one of these before. It looks funky. But then it has it looks like a 3-placer, and I don't know, whatever that is, 5, 7, I don't know. This was probably like a, what is that, like a 9? I don't know. I don't use multi-placers. I'm not really sure. And the ones I do have, for the most part, stay what they are on it, but these do not. So yeah, so this one's from Amazon. I think most of these I've done unboxings on. Oh, there's another pen. Haha. I'm like, I know I have more. Okay, sorry. Let me open this little box here and show you this other pen really quick. This one I've used pretty frequently. This one, actually, this is, hi Sirius! This is one of my favorite colored ones that I have. It's in my travel kit. That's why I just took it out of. I just saw it sitting there. So yeah, so there's that one. I knew I had more. Okay. So there's that. Okay. Now let's get on to ones I got from Diamond Art Club. Let's pick that up. Not what it's for. This one's my coffee. Okay. So. I'm sorry, bear with me guys, I do have a little bit of cold, all the air conditioning and everything, and the fans, and it has just my sinuses. Okay, so, let's move on to the ones I've gotten from Diamond Art Club. I've got this guy. All these last ones I'm showing you are all from Diamond Art Club. So there's that guy. There's this one. And these are a little bit on the thicker side, so I don't use these that often because they are almost too thick for me to hold because I have super tiny hands. I have like kid hands, okay? I think they are really pretty, but yeah. And of course, all of the Diamond Art Club ones come with multi-placers. Okay, this one is a newer one that I got from Diamond Art Club. And it's a little bit thinner on the ends. So the thickest part is right here, and then it gets thinner. So this one I would probably use a little bit more than the ones that have the thicker ends. What are you doing, Sirius? What are you trying to get, Sirius? Hey, just a second. What did you get? Good, nothing. All right, sorry about that, guys. He's just trying to grab the donuts off the counter. So, fun times. All right, so that one's going to have a little mess here when I'm done. Let's see. This guy is really pretty, but he is one that's like thicker on the end. He doesn't have a huge definition of the difference in the bumps. There's like just a little bit of difference where you're supposed to like hold it. Pretty, but I don't know how often I will use it. This one is very similar. It's like blue with like the cloudy effect, whereas this one has these. This one has a little bit of red in there too. They honestly, these guys totally remind me of bowling balls. Like totally remind me of bowling balls. Okay, this is the pink. I think this is called Cotton Candy. It's very similar to this blue color one. Same idea. They're both clear, all that stuff. This one here has gold colored flakes. Okay. This is another one that has like the thinner end. It's like a purple and black, different tones of purple. It's pretty. This one and the green one I'll probably use more frequently than the thicker ones. Let's see, I've got 2 more to show you, and then we'll look at some accessories that I've got here. This one is similar to the gold flake one. Ooh, there you go. This one, however, did come broken. If you can tell, it's missing the tip. The tip broke off of it in shipping, which shouldn't honestly be that bad. I should be able to just pull this out with a pair of pliers and pop a new one in. I have tons of the generic pens that I would be able to pop that out and put one in. I just haven't done it. All right, I have one more, and this one. Again, these like this, and this one is one that has a thinner end, so I would probably use this one pretty frequently once I get around to using them. These always remind me of bowling balls. I don't know about you guys, but they totally remind me of bowling balls. So there's this one, these 3 that have the thinner ends. So if you are like me and have little bitty hands, these are probably the more comfortable of the selection that I have from Diamond Art Club. Then we have these that have like the same color theme, that cloudy kind of thing. Oh, and then this one's kind of on its own as far as the style. These 2 are like pretty much the same pen, just different colors. And then these 2 are pretty much the same pen, just different colors. Okay. All right. So that is all of my pens. Let's move on. Let's move on to wax. I have a few waxes that I can show you. So I ordered some of the patty wax because everyone on YouTube talked about how awesome it is and how much they like it and everything. So I ordered 5 different patty waxes about a year ago. So I don't know if these scents are even like available now. This one, the scents are wonderful. I love the smell of all of these. So this one is apple cinnamon, and they all have like little like thingies, like little like shapes and stuff in them, glitter and stuff. This one is vanilla berry. This one is cinnamon bun. This one is Victorian rose, and this one is blueberry muffin. So I use just a little bit of the apple cinnamon. You can kind of see my scratches in there. from loading the pen. I could never figure out how this was supposed to work in a single placer. And it might be one of those things that is fantastic for multi-placers, but for single placers, not so much. I'm not sure. The smell is wonderful. I don't know what I'm going to do with these because I can't figure out how to use it in my single placer and make it work. I personally just use pink wax that comes with the kits. I have no problem with the pink wax. That's all I ever use, and I've never had any problem with it. The stuff that comes in the generic kits, the stuff that comes in Diamond Art Club, all of that stuff, I've never had any problem with the pink wax. Okay, let's move on to some trays that I have. So I have this one here, and I do have stoppers for them. Let's see, this one I think is the first one that I got, maybe, I'm not sure. So this one, and it has a little lid, and these you can order different colors, and it has a little stopper, so that way if you're working on something and you tip it a little bit, the diamonds will all come up. So yeah, there's that. The only problem I have with these is sometimes the diamonds will get stuck in the grid, because if you can see that, see how it's like gridded like any other tray. Sometimes the diamonds will get stuck in it, and you have to kind of like work to get it out. And then they, let's see, I have some accessories that go with those too. So like it came with like a little container that you could use to put wax in if you wanted to, or like extra, maybe your trash drills or something. I don't know what I would use it for. That's why it's like in here. But this is from My 3D on Etsy. That, let's see, I've got a couple different ones that, yeah, and then there's extra little stoppers. So I have this guy, which has 6 compartments that you can use to do 6 different colors at a time, and they all have stoppers on them. So if you tilt it to like shake your diamonds or anything, they're not going to fly out the ends, which is nice. I think I've only really used this like once. I'm not sure I like it, because when you go to like shake to like get your diamonds to line up right so you can get them, I feel like I'm going to dump them. I don't know. Yeah, but I have 2 of these. I actually ordered one for a friend and never gave it to that person for various reasons. But yeah, so I have 2 of these that I've never really used. So there's that. I have used these guys. Like I said, the only complaints I have about these is that sometimes the diamonds will get stuck in there, because it's almost like they're not quite wide enough for the diamonds. Okay, there's those. I just got this guy. I follow this lady on Instagram, and she had this one posted that it was going to be up on her Etsy, and I just happened to see it and get to her Etsy in time and ordered it. So there's that. Came from Ireland, so yeah, had mail from Ireland. I always like getting mail from like random places, so that was kind of fun. It is resin. It is not a 3D image. It is resin. I haven't used it yet, so I don't know about the spacing for the lines or anything like that. So yeah, but it's pretty. It's very pretty. I haven't shown it yet. It's sparkly. There's a little bit of gold along the edges, and then the 2 butterflies on it. It came with a little angel wing, and this I'm not really sure what this is. If you guys know what this is supposed to be, it could be tweezers, it could be a stopper, but this doesn't need a stopper, so I'm not really sure what this is. So if you guys know what this is, can you just put that in the comments below so I don't feel dumb anymore? So yeah, there's that. Okay, so I have one more tray system to show you, and I have not used it yet, so I have no comments on it because I haven't even taken it out of the package yet. So I ordered this guy on Amazon because I thought I would give it a try and see if I liked working with multiple trays at the same time, that I didn't have to shake the whole thing to use. So I haven't opened it yet. One of these days when I sit down to actually work on a diamond painting for longer than an hour, I might set it up and see if it's something that I like doing. The only thing that I can see right off the top that I might not like is that the boats that come with it do not have pour spouts. So it isn't a big deal because I have tons of boats that I would be able to switch out on these. I have seen people use these and put like their stickers on here so they know which one is which. I'm not really sure how I would set it up. I normally just go by the number on the canvas, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I do. But yeah, there's that, and then I can put my my round containers here if I wanted to, for easy access. But like I said, I don't know if I like using it yet because I haven't even opened the package yet. But there are 12, yeah, 4, 3, 12. Yeah, there are 12 different trays, which most of the kits that I work on are like closer to 50. So I don't know how, like maybe if I got a couple of these, I don't know. But I thought I would give it a shot and see if it's something that I would like doing. And it's all foam, except for the trays. And it has like a thicker plastic tray thingy on the bottom. All right, let's look at a couple ways that I store my, how I kit up my stuff. Okay, I'm gonna just set this behind me, I think. Yes, I have a Bissell iRobot vacuum cleaner thingy, but then I discovered that it's a wet vac, so it like mops as it cleans, and I'm in the process of trying to buy a house, so some of the stuff that I brought from my mom's that's still in boxes, I was like, I didn't even think about it. If that runs, it's going to spray and those boxes are going to get wet, and then I'm going to have wet cardboard, and I don't want that. So it's just sitting in the box. So if you've seen that in my videos, that's why it's just sitting there. It's not like, be like, hey, look what I have. It's because it didn't even dawn on me that I probably don't want to run that while I have boxes randomly sitting around in my apartment. Okay, anyway, I digress. Let's move on. So, the system that I use the most to do my kitting up is over here. These guys. These guys, I absolutely love these little carrying cases. I like that it keeps it all together. Everything I need is in here, or it will be once I put the pens back in here. So everything I need to do, let me tilt things out just a little. There we go. Everything I need to do a diamond painting is in here. So I have my release papers here. I just kind of shoved them all in here. I have a boat, I have a wax, I had a pen, but I took it out to show you guys. I have the little kit that came with the diamond painting, which I usually put back here. So this is where I store anything extra. I love this feature of this thing. So I have my sticker here. I have the old one too from Titania and Oberon that I did last in this kit. And then I have my extra bags in here. That way I don't have to worry about, are all of my diamonds going to fit into these little containers? I just put my extra bags in here. So there's that. All right. So I'm going to lift him back up again. Okay. Let me move that. Okay. So then I have a couple extra boats in here just from doing a couple different kits in there. I've got extra wax. Not that I need it. That one little pad of wax will last me for like 3 diamond paintings. Okay. So then I legit just put numbers. Hey, where are you? So there's number 1, number 2. Okay, I legit just put numbers on them. So I just do 1 through however many. This one I have set up currently for 60, but I have 66 jars that I could possibly use. And then underneath of that, I do the exact same thing. Okay, so that way if I have more than fit in the little jars, I have the big jars underneath that I can fill as well, and put my overflow along with the extra bags in the top compartment. This is by far my favorite system that I use to kit up my diamond paintings. Okay, so I'm going to put him back in here, throw this stuff back in there so that I don't lose it. Zip him up. I have 3 of these, by the way. And they're all currently being used. There we go. So I have 3 of them in different colors. I have this pink one. I have purple. And I have blue. So, and I think that is all the colors that it comes in. That is the 132 piece one, I think. I'm going to move you up just a little bit again. There you go. Yeah, so that's like the 132 piece. It is super cheap on Amazon. Way cheaper than it should be probably, but there we go. I don't know what he wants. Okay, moving on. Sorry about that. Okay, so I happen to really like the jar style. So before I got those, I was using these mostly for my kits. It's the same kind of jar, so I could actually switch out these jars with those jars. So say I had like a bunch of the same number that I wanted to have lined up, I would be able to switch those out. And I do that sometimes because I have 4 or 5 of these, and say there's like 3 or 4 jars worth of one color, I would put 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 2, 2, 3, 4, you know, whatever the case is. But these are, I love the jars. I like the fact that they are completely contained in themselves, and you don't have to worry about them like spilling or anything like that. So the jars are by far my favorite ones. Okay. Or at least they have been my favorite ones. I do have some other ones that I will use, and I'm going to show you. So the one that I use a lot when I travel, which I don't travel as much as I used to, obviously, because I don't do my old job anymore where I travel 52 weeks a year. So this one is the one that I used when I traveled. It's still kit up to the way that I would take it when I traveled. And this is the Harbor Freight containers. And same concept. I don't know if you can see that because I wrote it in like light blue, but there's a number 10 right there. I just write the number that corresponds to the number on the canvas and dump them in there. And I have not had any problem with the little clasp like not working. The only thing with these is that the drills will get stuck on this little ridge. So when you open it, you just have to make sure that when you open it over your bolt, that you kind of tip it so that it falls into the boat and not like all over the place. Or sometimes what I'll do is when I open it and tip it back instead of forward, and that takes care of that little problem of the drill sometimes like latching into that lid or anything like that. But other than that, these work fine. I can put baggies in here and store them. I have a couple different pens. I put my little travel scissors in here so I can open up the baggies. I've got my little, and I have a little piece of wax, and all that stuff fits nicely in here, and this fits on the top and closes, and perfect. So there are 24 containers inside one big container. So I think they call it a 25-piece system. And this is the Harbor Freight one. So if you guys were wondering what the Harbor Freight one looks like, that's this. I think I have 3 or 4 sets of these. Yeah. So, and I tend to have a couple different diamond paintings kitted up at one time. This one is one of the cheap ones that come with, that they always want you to buy to add on to like a purchase at some of the diamond painting store online. I am not a fan of these at all, and the reason why is because they don't seal along the edges. I can get my nail completely in there and pop it open without much effort at all. Like, literally, there you go, it's open. So then, if I get my nail in between there, and these are my real nails. This isn't acrylic. This is my real nail. If I can get my nail in between here and here, I can get a diamond through there, okay? That's the problem I have with these. So when I was traveling especially, I used these first because they were cheap and they came with the kits, right? So I used these first, and what would happen is they would get bounced around in my bag, in my luggage, whatever I was using, and they would end up upside down or whatever, and the diamonds would be all over inside this thing. I mean, you wouldn't think so because the lid is pretty close to the containers, but it was just enough space that the diamonds would literally be all over the place in these things. Not my favorites. I don't know what I'm going to use these for because I do have several of these, but it's not going to be for diamond painting. I can tell you that, or for any kind of beadwork. Maybe I'll use it for painting. I don't know. Because I do tend to mix colors sometimes, so maybe I would use it for that. But even then, it would be a one-time use type of thing, and I wouldn't try to store anything in here. So there's that. Hi, serious. So then I have the Tic Tac containers that everybody talks about sometimes. This one happened to fall, and they got all like out of whack. These, I actually do like these. I have used these. Oops. Oh, hello. I do like these. I've used them a few times. I don't have a problem with them. They seal nicely. The only problem, I should take that back. The only problem I have with these is sometimes they will crack. I don't know if I could find one offhand that is cracked, but I have had a few kind of crack from popping the lid off and putting it back on again. And but I've never lost diamonds out of it. Once they are sealed, they are pretty tight. They're not gonna pop open. I do the same thing. See, that one has a 16, I think, on it. Yeah, that one's got a 16 on it. So I number all of my stuff the same way. But yeah, this one, I forget how many of these come in in this thing. Serious? No. But yeah, this isn't a bad system. If this is something that interests you, oh, there's one that's cracked. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. See how it's like cracked just above that number 1? I have noticed that can happen when you're putting the lid back on. Yeah, it's got a couple little cracks in it. So there's that. Yeah. So that's not a bad system. I've used it several times, obviously because otherwise it wouldn't have cracks in it. So there's that. Serious, I gotta reach over here. Hang on, puppy. So you guys wanted to see more serious? Here's serious. He likes to chew on my diamond painting stuff, so I try to make sure that I'm holding on to him when he's up here. So this set I actually picked up at a Michael's before I worked for Michael's in their clearance section because it was like missing like one box out of it. Okay, so this is a beading system, and it comes with its own little spoon. I don't know. Let's flip this open. I've used this a couple times, and it's not bad. It feels pretty good, although it doesn't seal as well as some of the other ones. So it comes with its own little spoon. If you would like to use a spoon to dip into your containers or whatever, you can do that. And then it's got all these little boxes of different sizes. So the problem I have with this is it has that same unsealed edge that the other little cheap boxes have. If I can get my nail in there without really forcing it, that means a diamond can get out of it, right? So these are okay, but not my favorite. I do like it because it does have different sizes. So it has these bigger ones compared to this little guy. Okay, see the size difference? Okay. And then are these the same? Yeah, those are the same. So it's got a couple different sizes in it, and it does have a couple of these big guys. So that's a nice feature. However, I'm not crazy about the fact that it can lose diamonds. Okay, it also came with tweezers, by the way. But there's that. Whew. There you go. And as you can see, I have used it because I have some numbers on there, and I use my numbers the same way with every single kit, so that way I don't have to change the symbols or anything like that. Okay, so I have one more to show you, and then we will move on to how I unkit or dekit or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so a lot of people swear by the Darcy ones, right? So I thought I would give it a try. So this one is one that I kit up a couple weeks ago just to have it started. So I have 3 kits kitted up into Darcy systems because I wanted to see if they would work for me, if I liked them, so that I could tell you guys if I liked it. So this kit is A Mother's Love from Diamond Art Club, and what this allows you to do if you buy the multiple size ones is you can set it up to however big you need to accommodate the number of drills for whatever color. Hey, serious. So there's that. It has, I wish I could just stand that up. It has the little guys. So this is the small one. This one is number 1 on this kit. This is the small one. And one thing about Diamond Art Club is they do the diamonds in order of grams of weight that they use. Okay, so you can pretty much judge how many little ones, the big ones, you're going to use. So this one is filled up with like my remaining little guys. And then I have another one that has some random sizes in it. I did buy one empty drawer thingy, tray I think is what they call it, so that I could put these and just the other ones, because I bought 2 small, I think, 2 small ones, kits, that came with with the whole thing filled with these, and the tray. And then I bought 2 of the multi-size ones. So those have, so like this one is the next size up. And then this one is the next size up from that. Okay. And then this one is the biggest one. Okay. And this is all of the drills for that kit. There's no extra baggies floating around. This is all of the drills for that kit. And I do have a couple where, like, I ran out of my bigger size, so I have the, like, medium size and a little one. So this is all one color. But I have enough space in this tray to be able to do that and not run out of room. So it's okay. I think this is the last one that I kit up when I was kitting all these up, because I didn't know how many I would be able to kit up. Even though I had 4 trays worth of stuff, I didn't know how many I was going to be able to kit up. And I did get another just empty tray that I haven't even opened the box on yet, that I would be able to kit up another one if I wanted to. So there's that. Yeah. So I haven't used it yet, so I don't know how I will like it. I know some people have complained that they have a hard time getting it open, but I haven't, like when I was doing it, I didn't really have that problem. They open really easy. I don't know if people don't understand how to open it, but it was fairly easy for me to use when I was kitting it up. So there's that. Okay, so that is all the different ways of kitting up that I use when I'm doing my diamond painting. Because I have a lot of them, and I do multiple diamond paintings at the same time, because I will get bored with an image after a while, and I will switch it out to something else. A lot of times, if I'm doing a square, I'll get bored doing the square because it's so intensive, and I'll switch to something that's round. Or sometimes I just get bored with that image, and I'll switch to another image, whether it's round, square, or whatever. Right now, I think I have a total of 4 kits that I'm actually currently working on. So, kitting it down. This is not the final rendition of what I do, but this will give you an idea of what I started for my kitting down purposes. Okay, so I have these little baggies. I ordered a ton of the, Sirius, what are you doing? He found something on the table that tastes good. So I did find on Amazon these little baggies, these little clear baggies. I bought, like, I want to say there was, I don't know, it was a lot. It was, I want to say it was something like 10,000 baggies in the one that I chose. So what I do is I have separated my square and my round. So this is my round box, okay? So what I do is I put the number of the drill. So this is 121. And if you've never seen 121, it is the mirrored iridescent drill. And I've only ever seen this in Worlds Away. That is the only diamond painting I've ever seen it in. 121. And then I also put that it's from DAC, Diamond Art Club. That way, if it's not in its baggie, I know where it came from, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but different companies, their colors do not match up. And it probably has to do with dye lots and all that stuff. One thing that I will say is the baggie itself will distort the color of the drill slightly. So, because there's been times when I was dekitting and I'm looking at that and I'm like, this and this are not the same. So I poured it into another bag, and once I had it in the other bag, it was exactly the same. So the bag itself will distort the color just slightly. So you're pretty safe if you're putting DAC with DAC. This one is CES. I think that's Craft Savings. I do have a couple that I started to put on there without putting the company, so yeah. But I have, yeah, I think these are Craft Savings, CES. But most of them that I keep are Diamond Art Club. So I have, like, this is 100 through $6.99, and I have 700 through 900 or something like that. Then I have all the 3000s in this bag. I do have a couple extra full bags that I just tuck in here too, and obviously these are from Diamond Art Club. So I have an extra 310 and I have an extra 3371. And I just throw those in there, and I have a bunch of these baggies that that's how I teach it. I do the same thing with my squares as I do with my rounds. And I definitely put, especially when I started noticing that like the colors were so different from company to company, sometimes within the same company. So sometimes like paint with numbers 310 is a slightly different black than a 310 in another kit. So I would put down what company it came from, and of course the number code. I do not keep anything that does not have a DMC number because you can't match it to anything. The only time that I've ever kept one, and I didn't even keep all of them, I just kept a handful of them because I had the Owl family and I was missing about 300, like 270, something like that, of a dark blue, and I did the cat with the broomstick, and it was one of the generic ones that didn't have the DMC number with it, but I realized there's Sirius right there, he's being good. I realized that it was like the same color, so I ended up keeping the extras to fill in the Owl family, and it worked out. It was close enough that you can't really tell that I did that. But even then, it was slightly off. But that's the only time I've ever reused the diamonds from one of the ones that didn't have a DMC code. I do not keep also the diamond dots because they don't have a DMC code. If I did more diamond dots, I would think about keeping those and just have them be diamond dots and then their code number. But I don't do enough of the diamond dots to keep them. I have used diamond dots, the ones that you can buy just the diamonds, just the drills. Excuse me. I have bought those to fill in one that did not have enough of a color. So I used, because it's like they like shorted me a whole bag of diamonds on one that I ordered from, I want to say it was Pretty Neat Creative, but it took me so long to get the canvas kit that I wasn't even going to contact them to get a replacement of that one color, because it's like they like shorted me like a whole bag of diamonds. So what I did is I took, because I think they had the DMC number, so I took the DMC number with like a color swatch, So I went and got a skein of DMC floss that matched the color, and I took that DMC floss over to where they had the Diamond Dot drills in the little containers, and I okay, these two are really close, so I'm gonna buy both of those, and when I match it up to the canvas, which one am I gonna use? Because when I did it, I filled in all the diamonds in one section, so that way the rest of the drills that I needed were across the canvas, and you wouldn't really notice that there was a difference between this color and that color because they weren't right next to each other. So it worked out pretty good for that. I haven't finished that canvas yet. I actually haven't touched that one since I moved. That one is still rolled up and put away. It's actually upstairs in my bedroom that I need to actually pull out one of these days and continue working on. I just have to figure out which one of my kits I have kitted up that has those colors in it. I'm pretty sure I know which one because it's all blues. Yeah. Hi, Sirius. Yes, I know. He's a very licky dog, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, so if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. That way you can see anytime I post a video. I do videos like this sometimes, but I do mostly unboxing videos. I do plan on doing some, what are you doing? How-to videos on a couple of different things. And, yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.